Episode 2 of The Food Vendor. It had been 3 years since the fall of Mama Keiji. Her arrest had made front-page headlines. The Lagos Sun eventually dried the noise, but the whispers never stopped. Tolu tried to move on. She released a few gospel singles and occasionally gave testimonies at churches about her mother's demonic practices. She avoided interviews, avoided journalists, and tried to bury the name Keiji with her past. But evil never stays buried for long. A mysterious new food vendor had begun drawing attention in Asaro, a busy area in Abeokuta, Ogun State. Her small canteen was called Ayadara Spot, and from the outside, it looked normal: no signs, no loud music, no fancy colors. But the moment you stepped in, the aroma was intoxicating. Her jollof rice had a reddish glow, her goat meat pepper soup always sold out before noon, and the meat? Soft like butter but oddly, unforgettable. People began calling it addictive. Some of her regular customers would shake if they didn't eat there for 2 days. Others claimed they saw their dead relatives in dreams begging them to stop eating there. A few even confessed they started sleepwalking at night, ending up outside the canteen without knowing how they got there. The owner? A soft-spoken woman in her late 20s with a slight limp. She called herself Dara. But to those who had once known her, she looked exactly like Keiji, Mama Keiji's first daughter. Please click on the follow button before we continue. Tolu got the first call from an old family friend in Abeokuta. You need to come and see something. This woman looks like your sister, and her food? Tolu, it's the same madness all over again. Tolu traveled the next morning. She watched from afar as the long line formed at Ayadara Spot. People were laughing and eating like they were at a party. But there was something wrong, something too happy. Too hungry. She approached the woman in the white apron and yellow scarf. Keiji, she asked. The woman froze, her hand gripping a ladle of stew. For a moment, their eyes met, one full of pain, the other full of something darker. I don't know you, the woman said with a sweet, empty smile. But Tolu wasn't fooled. That limp? Keiji had injured her left foot when they were younger, running from a barking dog. And the bracelet on her wrist? A gift from their late father. Tolu returned to Lagos and went straight to the police and the church. But nobody wanted to interfere this time. There's no evidence of anything illegal, the police officer said. She's just a food vendor. What are you accusing her of, making sweet stew? Before we continue, please don't forget to like, comment, share and follow. Frustrated, Tolu went undercover. She posed as a cleaner and got a night job at Ayadara's Spot. On her 3rd week, she noticed something strange. Every Thursday night, like her mother, Dara would ask everyone to leave early. One night, Tolu hid under the sink and waited. At exactly midnight, Dara dragged a heavy wooden box from under the fridge. She opened it and brought out items: candles, kola nuts, dried bones, and a black clay pot. Then she began to chant in the exact tongue Mama Keiji had once used. Spirits of the fire, blood of the bone, fill this pot with the hunger of men. She pulled out a small vial of blood and poured it into the pot. Then she added pepper soup spice, meat, and stirred with her bare hand. Tolu tried to record the scene on her phone, but her camera app crashed. Her screen went black. She began to choke suddenly, and her nose started bleeding. She crawled out and ran. The next day, Tolu collapsed in church. She was unconscious for 2 days. When she woke, she said only one word. Keiji. Please like, comment, share and follow for more stories. It became clear, Keiji had not just continued her mother's rituals, she had taken it a step further. Rumors spread that she fed her customers not just with spiritual potions but with actual human flesh. The meat, some said, never had bones. Never had skin. Tolu, now weak but determined, went back with a team of prayer warriors. They broke into the canteen one night, armed with anointing oil, crucifixes, and holy water. What they saw shocked even the strongest among them. In the back room, behind a false wall, were jars of human parts. Hair. Teeth. Nails. Bones. Names of customers written in chalk on the walls. They found Keiji kneeling in the middle of the room, her eyes glowing red, muttering, "I feed them because they are empty. I fill them because their spirits are already mine." She levitated briefly before collapsing. They took her to a deliverance center. For 2 days, she didn't speak. But on the third day, she laughed. "You think this ends with me? The recipe is in their mouths now. You can't stop the hunger." Epilogue: The curse spreads. Keiji was never charged. Her health deteriorated and she was moved to a psychiatric facility. The canteen was sealed and burned, but the neighbors swear they still hear pounding pestles and bubbling stew at midnight. A month later, new food vendors began popping up across southern Nigeria. All women. All soft-spoken. All with irresistible stew. Tolu now lives in hiding. She has one mission: to warn the world. Not all food is hunger. Some food is sacrifice. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share and follow me for more stories. Bye for now.